Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Sensationalist journalism. The key on a typewriter or a word processor that causes a tabulation. A dose of medicine in the form of a small pellet. The bill in a restaurant. A short strip of material attached to or projecting from something in order to facilitate opening or identifying or handling it. Pull the tab to open the can. Sensationalist journalism. Newspaper with half-size pages. Sensationalist journalism. The key on a typewriter or a word processor that causes a tabulation. A dose of medicine in the form of a small pellet. A small aromatic or medicated candy. A contraceptive in the form of a pill containing estrogen and progestin to inhibit ovulation and so prevent conception. A dose of medicine in the form of a small pellet. The unpleasant or tiresome person. Something that resembles a tablet of medicine in shape or size. Something unpleasant or offensive that must be tolerated or endured. His competitor's success was a bitter pill to take. A dose of medicine in the form of a small pellet. A number of sheets of paper fastened together along one edge. A slab of stone or wood suitable for bearing an inscription. A small flat compressed cake of some substance. A tablet of soap. An appraisal of the state of affairs. A check on its dependability under stress. Be verified or confirmed. Pass inspection. These stories don't check. Make cracks or chinks in. The heat checked the paint. A mark left after a small piece has been chopped or broken off of something. Examine so as to determine accuracy, quality, or condition. Check the brakes. Develop a child's or animal's behavior by instruction and practice, especially to teach self-control. Become fractured. Break or crack on the surface only. Lessen the intensity of temper. Hold in restraint. Hold or keep within limits. The state of inactivity following an interruption. Held them in check. Find out, learn, or determine with certainty, usually by making an inquiry or other effort. Slow the growth or development of. A written order directing a bank to pay money. He paid all his bills by check. Be careful or certain to do something. Make certain of something. Mark into squares or draw squares on. Draw crossed lines on. Additional proof that something that was believed, some fact or hypothesis or theory, is correct. A mark indicating that something has been noted or completed, etc. As he called the roll, he put a check mark by each student's name. The act of inspecting or verifying. They made a check of their equipment. Something immaterial that interferes with or delays action or progress. The bill in a restaurant. He asked the waiter for the check. Put a check mark on or near or next to. Please check each name on the list. Be compatible, similar or consistent. Coincide in their characteristics. The handwriting checks with the signature on the check. Hold back, as of a danger or an enemy. Check the expansion or influence of. The act of restraining power or action or limiting excess. Abandon the intended prey, turn, and pursue an inferior prey. Arrest the motion of something abruptly. He checked the flow of water by shutting off the main valve. A textile pattern of squares or crossed lines, resembling a checkerboard. She wore a skirt with checks. Block or impede, a player from the opposing team, in ice hockey. Chess, a direct attack on an opponent's king. Consign for shipment on a vehicle. Check your luggage before boarding. Decline to initiate betting. Hand over something to somebody as for temporary safekeeping. Make an examination or investigation. Check into the rumor. Obstructing an opponent in ice hockey. Place into check. He checked my kings. Stop for a moment, as if out of uncertainty or caution. She checked for an instant and missed a step. Stop in a chase, especially when scent is lost. The dog checked. Verify by consulting a source or authority. Check the spelling of this word. Write out a check on a bank account. The bill in a restaurant. A dismissive term for a girl who is immature or who lacks respect. She was incensed that this chit of a girl should dare to make a fool of her in front of the class. Newspapers and magazines collectively. The profession of reporting or photographing or editing news stories for one of the media. Newspapers and magazines collectively. A coral reef off the southern coast of Florida. Identify as in botany or biology, for example. Basketball. A space, including the foul line, in front of the basket at each end of a basketball court, usually painted a different color from the rest of the court. He hit a jump shot from the top of the key. Any of 24 major or minor diatonic scales that provide the tonal framework for a piece of music. United States lawyer and poet who wrote a poem after witnessing the British attack on Baltimore during the War of 1812. The poem was later set to music and entitled, The Star-Spangled Banner, 1779–1843. Mechanical device used to wind another device that is driven by a spring, as a clock. The central building block at the top of an arch or vault. Serving as an essential component. A winged, often one-seed indehiscent fruit as of the ash or elm or maple. A generic term for any device whose possession entitles the holder to a means of access. A safe deposit box usually requires 2 keys to open it. A kilogram of a narcotic drug. They were carrying 2 keys of heroin. A lever, as in a keyboard, that actuates a mechanism when depressed. A list of answers to a test. Some students had stolen the key to the final exam. A list of words or phrases that explain symbols or abbreviations. Harmonize with or adjust to. Key one's actions to the vota's prevailing attitude. Metal device shaped in such a way that when it is inserted into the appropriate lock, the lock's mechanism can be rotated. Pitch of the voice. He spoke in a low key. Provide with a key. We were keyed after the locks were changed in the building. Regulate the musical pitch of. Something crucial for explaining. The key to development is economic integration. Vandalize a car by scratching the sides with a key. His new Mercedes was keyed last night in the parking lot. Street name for lysergic acid diethylamide. The quantity of an active agent, substance or radiation, taken in or absorbed at any one time. A communicable infection transmitted by sexual intercourse or genital contact. A measured portion of medicine taken at any one time. Administer a drug to. Treat with an agent. Add an agent to. The ray dosed the paint. The quantity of an active agent, substance or radiation, taken in or absorbed at any one time. A measured portion of medicine taken at any one time. An itemized statement of money owed for goods shipped or services rendered. Send me an account of what I owe. A record or narrative description of past events. He gave an inaccurate account of the plot to kill the president. Grounds. Don't do it on my account. To give an account or representation of in words. A statement of recent transactions and the resulting balance. They send me an accounting every month. The act of informing by verbal report. By all accounts they were a happy couple. Keep an account of. A formal contractual relationship established to provide for regular banking or brokerage or business services. He asked to see the executive who handled his account. A statement that makes something comprehensible by describing the relevant structure or operation or circumstances, etc. I expected a brief account. A short account of the news. The account of his speech that was given on the evening news made the governor furious. Furnish a justifying analysis or explanation. I can't account for the missing money. Be the sole or primary factor in the existence, acquisition, supply, or disposal of something. Passing grades account for half of the grades given in this exam. Importance or value. A person of considerable account. The quality of taking advantage. She turned her writing skills to good account. An itemized statement of money owed for goods shipped or services rendered. Send and bill to. She invoiced the company for her expenses. A statute in draft before it becomes law. They held a public hearing on the bill. Publicize or announce by placards. A piece of paper money, especially one issued by a central bank. An itemized statement of money owed for goods shipped or services rendered. He paid his bill and left. A sign posted in a public place as an advertisement. Demand payment. We were billed for 4 nights in the hotel, although we stayed only 3 nights. Horny projecting mouth of a bird. An advertisement, usually printed on a page or in a leaflet, intended for wide distribution. A brim that projects to the front to shade the eyes. He pulled down the bill of his cap and trudged ahead. A cutting tool with a sharp edge. He used a bill to prune branches off of the tree. Advertise especially by posters or placards. He was billed as the greatest tenor since Caruso. A list of particulars, as a playbill or bill of fare. The entertainment offered at a public presentation. Lay bare. Take off or remove. Strip a wall of its wallpaper. An airfield without normal airport facilities. Remove substances from by a percolating liquid. A sequence of drawings telling a story in a newspaper or comic book. Take away possessions from someone. The Nazis stripped the Jews of all their assets. Get undressed. She strips in front of strangers every night for a living. A form of erotic entertainment in which a dancer gradually undresses to music. She did a strip right in front of everyone. Artifact consisting of a narrow flat piece of material. Remove all contents or possession from, or empty completely. Remove, someone's or one's own, clothes. Steal goods. Take as spoils. A relatively long narrow piece of something. He felt a flat strip of muscle. Draw the last milk, of cows. Remove a constituent from a liquid. Remove the surface from. Strip wood. Remove the thread, of screws. Strip the cured leaves from. Strip tobacco. Thin piece of wood or metal. Move obliquely or sideways, usually in an uncontrolled manner. Move stealthily. The ship slipped away in the darkness. The act of avoiding capture, especially by cunning. Bed linen consisting of a cover for a pillow. An unexpected slide. A flight maneuver. Aircraft slides sideways in the air. A slippery smoothness. A socially awkward or tactless act. A part, sometimes a root or leaf or bud, removed from a plant to propagate a new plant through rooting or grafting. Move out of position. A small sheet of paper. A receipt slip. An accidental misstep threatening, or causing, a fall. He blamed his slip on the ice. A minor inadvertent mistake usually observed in speech or writing or in small accidents or memory lapses, etc. A place where a craft can be made fast. Pass out of one's memory. Pass on stealthily. He slipped me the key when nobody was looking. Artifact consisting of a narrow flat piece of material. To make a mistake or be incorrect. A woman's sleeveless undergarment. Get worse. My grades are slipping. A young and slender person. He's a mere slip of a lad. Cause to move with a smooth or sliding motion. He slipped the bolt into place. Insert inconspicuously or quickly or quietly. He slipped some money into the waiter's hand. Move easily. Slip into something comfortable. Move smoothly and easily. The bolt slipped into place. Potter's clay that is thinned and used for coating or decorating ceramics. A large pill, used especially in veterinary medicine. A small round soft mass, as of chewed food. A shortened version of a written work. Enclose in a capsule. Put in a short or concise form. Reduce in volume. A spacecraft designed to transport people and support human life in outer space. A pilot seat in an airplane that can be forcibly ejected in the case of an emergency. Then the pilot descends by parachute. A dry dehiscent seed vessel or the spore containing structure of e.g. mosses. A pill in the form of a small rounded gelatinous container with medicine inside. A small container. A structure that encloses a body part. Pill that is a sugar-coated medicated candy. Silvery candy beads used for decorating cakes. Sugar-coated nut or fruit piece. A soporific drug in the form of a pill, or tablet or capsule. A soporific drug in the form of a pill, or tablet or capsule. A soporific drug in the form of a pill, or tablet or capsule. A soporific drug in the form of a pill, or tablet or capsule. A keyboard for manually entering characters to be printed.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.